Hello, everyone. Welcome to setting your realistic goals for YouTube success. I wanted to come in today to talk about this because I am not a fan of setting goals for my YouTube channel in particular. It is something that I've always resisted because it was always complicated and I couldn't really figure out what was a realistic or relevant goal that I needed to achieve. But I have been under the advisement of my business mentor and coach, Sue, and I am focused on being better at keeping myself much more organized and creating accountability for myself so that I can achieve the goals that I want, both in my business as well as in particularly pertaining to my YouTube channel for 2024. So 2024, I'm coming in blazing. This is definitely what I plan on doing for 2024, and I want to invite you guys along because I know that everybody, probably anyone that's an entrepreneur that has a business, has set their goals for their personal business or for their business. But when it comes to your marketing, you may not have actually set specific or SMART goals for your YouTube channel and for your video marketing in general. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today, because that's something that I have avoided doing. So I want to share with you some thoughts on what I plan on doing. I want you guys to hold me accountable. And then I'm going to share with you a little bit later how we can both help each other, keep each other accountable with a program that I have going on right now. But first, let's just kind of get into this. I have my notes here so that I can remember exactly what it is that I want to share. But when it comes to SMART goals, everybody understands what that acronym or that framework stands for. So it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound or timely. So you need to be very, very specific in terms of what is it that you want to achieve. How are you going to measure this? By what means are you going to be able to measure this? Are the goals that you're setting for yourself achievable? Are they relevant to what your business is, or in this instance, what your channel is? And are they going to be achievable in a specific time frame? Like, what's the time frame that you're doing it? Is it weekly? Is it monthly? Is it yearly? And so anybody that's popping in, I'm not going to probably be able to see some of your comments right away. So please post any comments that you have below. If you've had issues with setting your SMART goals, particularly for your video marketing and for YouTube, or if you've never done it before, definitely I want to hear what your thoughts are. So in order to do that for YouTube, it's actually, in a weird way, a lot easier. The question is, are the things that you're going to implement going to grow your channel or grow whatever the measurement is that you're trying to achieve in the time frame that you want, especially if you're brand spanking new to YouTube. Now, I have a history. I can go back and look at what my channel has done over the years, and I can say, oh, okay, well, that's achievable. That might be a stretch. And we do want to stretch ourselves. So that's what I'm achieving or attempting to achieve, because my channel has sort of deflated over the years, because after 2021, I stopped focusing as much energy as I had been on my channel, and I started more focusing on wanting to help my clients with theirs, regardless of what it was, whether it's their channel or if it was just video marketing in general. And so therefore, I wasn't motivated to create as much content as I had been doing previously. And now I want to get back to not necessarily that pace, because I was doing a video a week. That was too much for me. So my goal, and I'll get into what my my short-term goals are, and then we'll talk loosely about long-term goals, is to not go back to doing it so frequently that you risk burnout. Some people, weekly videos is not a big deal. They can handle that, especially if you plan on doing batch recording, then it's really, really easy. If you are super comfortable being on camera and it's not a big production for you to get yourself all dolled up, if that's what you do, and you can tell from the way I look, I don't get myself dolled up. I put Vaseline on my lips and I go. So it all depends on what you're comfortable with regards to filming yourself. And it also deals with or pertains to how do you plan on recording yourself. 90% of the recordings that I do are screen recorded. So they do need to be scripted in a certain way so that they just don't go on forever. But for the most part, it's not as, in a weird way, time consuming filming wise as just doing it straight to the camera can be. And if you're good at winging it, or if you are good at reading your teleprompter and not sounding like you're reading, then that's a good option for you. So the benefits to being able to have SMART goals for your YouTube channel and for your video marketing in general is that it gives you a tremendous amount of clarity. You are very sure and focused on what it is that you plan to achieve moving forward. So that is definitely a good thing. It also allows you to figure out what's feasible. What can you actually get done in the allotted time? And more importantly, it does give you some accountability, but that accountability for me only works if I'm doing it in a group setting. If I have to be accountable to myself, I think it's really easy for us to see on a piece of paper, oh, this month I promised that I would do 4 videos. And it's now the first week has already passed of the month. And I have 3 weeks left to actually record, script, record, and edit all of my videos. I think maybe I might do 2. So for that, it's not really, it doesn't hold me accountable if I'm the only one that's holding myself accountable. So that's the only caveat that I have with that. And the other thing is that it just helps you develop your goal setting skills. And that's one of the things that I'm definitely planning and hoping that I can achieve by doing this. So I'm holding you guys accountable to me, to hold me accountable, because this is definitely something that I plan on doing. And I have already actually started, because I'm doing a lot of these live streams that I'm doing now. I'm actually doing live to YouTube as well as to LinkedIn. So that is content that I'm already creating, and that's coming automatically onto my YouTube channel. The thing that I am also working on is making sure that I'm putting that content on as many other platforms as I can. So the next step is basically setting out your clear goals. And you can do this one of 2 ways. You can start with a larger goal, meaning that it's a larger number or thing that you need to achieve. So right now my channel has 7,729, I think, subscribers. So a large goal that I could set for myself is that by the end of 2024, I want to double that. I want to get to 15,000 subscribers. I could say that hypothetically. Realistically, based on the growth of my channel, it would be closer to maybe 10 that I could get. So I could, choose anywhere between 10 and 15,000 subscribers if that was a goal that I wanted. But that's a long-term goal, because that's not a goal that I would be able to achieve in a month or 2, or even in the first quarter of 2024. It probably would take me the entire year to double my subscriber base, because there's a lot that would go into, okay, what do I need to do in order to do that? What videos do I need to create, and what frequency? The more frequent you post, the more likely you are to get subscribers. I know my channel grew exponentially by constantly uploading videos. It wasn't doubling it. Well, did I double? I probably did double at one point when my subscriber numbers were super, super low. It would be a lot harder for me to be able to double it now. So I probably would not give myself that much of a stretch, but I would say, okay, I would go for 10,000 and see what I could achieve with that, because I know that's definitely an achievable goal for me. So if that was something that could be a long-term goal for you, it could be that you want to upload more frequently, or that you want to create videos to begin with. So your long-term goal could look however it is that you needed it to look. But the other thing to do is to then take that long-term goal and then break that into much more achievable short-term goals. So I'm going to focus on my short-term goals and share some tidbits of information with regards to that. So for my short-term goals, the first thing that I would look at is, what type of goal are you wanting to achieve? So you can look at video views. So maybe you're not doing that many views and you want to increase the number of views that you're doing on either your videos in general or on your channel, or your videos specifically in your channel in general. You can say that you want to increase your watch time, which is the length of time that people are actually watching your videos. You could choose that you want to gauge or measure the number of published videos that you're posting, or the frequency, whether maybe you were doing it monthly and maybe now you want to start doing it bi-weekly or weekly. You can decide that you want to measure the number of subscribers overall that you're getting on a monthly basis. So you might want to take that large. If you have like I want to increase mine by 2,300 subscribers, so I could break that down by month and choose, okay, what do I need to do in order to achieve this number of subscribers every single month? So an example for me is that I actually have decided that I want to increase my watch time by 30% within the next 3 months. So how did I get that 30%? How did I decide that that's what I wanted to do? Well, I'm going to share with you my stats. So this is from the past or previous 28 days. And let me put myself up here with you. Oops, sorry. And so for the past 28 days, my channel has gotten 9,000, almost 9,400 views, which is on average with what I normally get. So the number of views isn't that big of a deal. However, my watch time is off by almost 24%. So I've decided that I want to increase that watch time in the next 3 months. So January, February, and March, I want to increase that watch time by 30%. So that would basically move it from 337 hours of videos to about 200, did I say 300? 237 watch hours to about 290, 296-ish. So I have to increase it by almost 60 hours. So the best way for me to be able to do that is for me to, A, make sure that I am creating the right kinds of content that my ideal audience, something that I'm constantly preaching, that they're looking for, and that I am crafting those videos in a way where it's going to keep the interest of my viewer on my videos for a much longer period of time. And I plan to track this using YouTube. I'm going to look at their analytics and I'll come in here probably on a weekly basis. It does not make any sense for me to look at this day by day. So I will do it on a weekly basis. Now, obviously, one of the key ways that I can do this is also increasing the number of videos, but I don't want to increase the number and then go back to what my old numbers were. So I want to really focus on creating quality content that is going to be specific to what my viewers already are asking for. And I say asking for it in the sense of a number of ways. They may be asking in terms of comments and engagement that they're providing me on my YouTube channel. I can also tell what they're interested in based on the overall views, which videos are getting the most views. And so I can double down on that kind of content, as well as I can listen to them off of YouTube and listen to my list. I do have started implementing sending out an email asking my audience, what are you struggling with? What is it that you would love to see from me? And getting that kind of information as well helps. I can also do competitive analysis, and I can look at people that are in my niche that kind of do what I do and see what's working for them, what's trending, and then create my own version. I'm not copying anyone, but my own version of what it is that is sort of hot and happening now. And that would help with increasing my watch time. And then I'll just constantly look at that from the analytics and then tweak it accordingly based on whatever the feedback is that I'm going to be getting. So me personally, I'm going to aim for 2 videos a month, but I'll be happy with 1. I'll actually be happy with 1. And the reason why I'm going to limit the number is because I think that it's going to pay off in the end for me to focus on the quality and the content of that video, as opposed to just dumping a lot of content on my channel just for the hell of it. So the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to doing what I used to do best, which were creating tutorial videos on my favorite or on beneficial and helpful video creation tools, and doubling down on the ones that I know are already pulling in views, but maybe there are some updates. I used to do like featurettes back in the day where it would be on a tool that I already had created, but now they had a new feature. And so I would come in and sort of double down on that content by showcasing whatever the newest feature was. And so the features nowadays with AI are like coming out so frequently that it's got my head spinning. So that's what I plan on doing. And I would love to invite you guys along to join me on that quest. If you've been putting YouTube on hold, if you're like, yeah, I would like to do it, but I just don't have the time, I can completely relate and understand where you're going, what you're doing, and where you're coming from with regards to that. And I want to invite you along for the ride. I have a special going on right now. It's a leftover cyber sale that is happening where you get my digital course, which is the Embrace YouTube Video, the course. And you also now get group coaching and accountability with a group of no more than 10 other entrepreneurs, so that we can all accomplish the things that we want to accomplish for in the first half of 2024. You will be able to get all of the content that you've been thinking about, figuring out, trying to say, okay, is this something that can work for me? Is this something that I should actually be creating? You can get immediate feedback from us in reference to whether you're on point, what you're doing, how you're doing it, everything that you need and has been missing for you. And you can keep me accountable at the same time to make sure that I am sticking to my guns of minimally posting 1 custom video a month, but I am going to try for 2, so you can really be there to light a fire behind me, because this is definitely a way for you to be able to create the content that you need so that your ideal audience can find you online organically. Once you have created that content, you have that long form, you can then take that long form and send it to multiple places. I know one of the things that I plan on doing is I've already got a plan in place for repurposing my content. What I'm going to be experimenting with, and I'm sort of anxious when I say this, and I'm kind of scared to even say it out loud because it's something that I vowed I wasn't going to do. I am considering expanding to another platform, and that other platform is TikTok, that I'm considering posting my vertical videos from my long form on TikTok. So you'll have to be in my accountability group to keep me accountable for that one, if that's what you want me to do. It's something, TikTok is just something that I've been avoiding for a while for a number of reasons, none of probably that makes sense to a lot of other people, but that is something that I am certainly considering. And then in addition to that, I will still continue to send it out to my email list to share it on all of the different social media platforms that I'm on, which is technically LinkedIn is pretty much it. I'm also on Alignable for those of you who are in North America, or maybe just the US. I can't remember where Alignable is focused on. But anyway, so let me know what your thoughts are. I want to hear what your plans are with your goals that you're setting for your YouTube channel in 2024. If you want to have my help, please post a comment below. I would love to help you in whatever way that I can. And definitely make sure that you click up here for a free consult if you want to get some more information. If you are struggling with anything, definitely let me know, and then check the ticker below. You can check out that webpage and get some more information on my digital course, as well as on my group coaching and accountability if you're interested in that. But either way, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your journey is with YouTube. Do you plan on embracing it in 2024 so that you can get found online? Because isn't it cool if you meet someone, they Google you, and videos pop up that showcase that you're an expert in your niche, that you're knowledgeable about what it is that you're talking about. And especially if you're wanting to do this for us as a speaker, wouldn't it be a great opportunity for you to showcase that skill so that people can hire you to speak, or at least bare minimum, invite you to speak in front of their audiences? So until next time, I will see you later. Actually, next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it live or not, but we're going to talk about YouTube and building out your YouTube channel. All right, so take care, and I'll see you next time.